I celebrate myself, and what I assume, you shall assume. For every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you. Hi, everyone. Earthy Wise Woman here, and I'm here to do your Twin Flames reading. And I was just reading from Walt Whitman, Leaves of the Grass. And if you ever get an opportunity, that was just the first verse. It is a good read, and I would strongly suggest it to anyone to read. And I would like to go ahead and get to our reading for this evening. Let's do this. First of all, as you know, I always read from the microcosm and the macrocosm. Well, this night, it's a beautiful card. The microcosm card is the world. And the world is always a positive card in love readings, and especially in twin flames. It means love, not just on any level, but a cosmic level. Maybe it's because it's the full moon, but it's a type of love that people take a moment and read Walt Whitman and smile and enjoy the nature of each other and the spiritual energy of each other. And that's always a wonderful thing. So let's embrace that sort of cosmic love, a love that doesn't need any definition, but the love that is real. It's real on a very spiritual level. However, though, there was some discord with the microcosm. Right now, the microcosm is the Wheel of Fortune, but it fell in reverse. And some people just see that as just plain old-fashioned bad luck. And I almost think, though, when we talk about the microcosm, why would we get a card like that? It's generally because on a universal level, on the mundane plane, we are not accepting the love that is there for us. It's not blocking the love. It's literally not accepting the love. And that is a personal thing for each of us. Why are we not accepting the love that the cosmic universe is trying to rain upon us? So that's something we need to take a good look at. So I'm going to go on and go to the next card because I believe that card is very telling of some of the energies that's going on. Now, the next card is for the feminine divine. Women, I really want you to hear this card, okay? Because usually when I pull this card, everybody gets all freaked out, and it's not something to be freaked out about. And it is the Death card. Now, what does that mean for the divine feminine? Ladies, if you guys are in a bad relationship right now, it's time to take a second look about this relationship and end it. Now, I want to explain what I mean by that. Sometimes a person can do us wrong. A partner can lie to us. A partner can deceive us. A partner can cheat on us. And because of the love we truly feel for this person, and it's real love, we decide to forgive them. And we go on with the relationship. But the relationship is forever flawed. Because even though we were able to forgive, we were unable to forget. And in so doing, sometimes we stay in the relationship and we become the worst possible version of ourselves. We become angry, we become unforgiving, we become unkind. And not just to our partner or our lover, our husband, but also to ourselves. And in some cases, that's why I would tell you it is sometimes best to end the relationship. Because even though this person is trying their best to make you happy after doing something very mean or cruel to you, you may not be willing to accept that happiness. You may not even be able to trust it. And it has forever scarred and changed you in text of that relationship, because you can't go back to the way things were, because that's gone. And I know you're well-meaning, and I know you really, truly might want to truly make this relationship work. And I realize the fact that your partner or your husband or boyfriend may truly want the relationship to also work and is truly sad and repentant about what they've done. I get that. I totally understand it. And the problem is you may not be able to accept that apology. And in a case like that, be truthful with yourself first and realize, I know this person genuinely is sorry for their bad behavior, but I can't accept the apology because I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And you might have to step back in your relationship and take a good look at things, because a relationship should be built on rock, not on sand. And if you have come to a point where you can no longer trust your partner, or you can't find the way back to where you were, or find a way to rebuild, or not just rebuild. I think maybe that's the problem. Maybe you shouldn't try to rebuild, but maybe make a new foundation for a relationship. It might be best for their sake and yours to part ways, even for a little while, maybe permanently, but part ways. Why? Because you're becoming harmful. You're becoming harmful to yourself, and you are definitely becoming harmful to them. And a relationship can't grow where there is absolutely no trust for each other. And that can be a problem. So I want you to think about that, okay? Because the death card could mean a new beginning. How you view a new beginning is up to you. It can be a new challenge, a clean slate, everything starting anew. And I know that can be scary, but it can also be a very wonderful thing to be able to start something anew, no longer tied to the past. And that's a cool thing. So let's get on to the male divine, okay? My masculine God men. Your card tonight was the Hierophant, and it fell in reverse. And it's funny because it does tie very much to the feminine divine tonight. When the Hierophant falls in reverse, it generally means someone is taking very bad advice. Taking advice from people who has nothing to do with your relationship. And I'm going to suggest one thing. Men, if you are having issues or problems or questions about your spouse or your partner, do not drag in a third party and ask them their advice. I realize that our parents and our friends usually does have our, our best intentions, are not intentions, our intentions, but they're well-meaning. They do care about how we feel. They do want the best for us, but sometimes, especially with relationships, they ought to be A and B, not a C. Okay, so I'm going to advise you guys, if you are having problems with your significant other, if you are having doubts or questions, do not take this to a third party. Take it to your partner, and you two need to sit down and truly communicate out and talk about your fears or your misgivings or your doubts. If you think your partner is not being completely truthful to you, you need to address that to them. Do not address a third party and bring them in, because what's going to happen is they're going to exaggerate it. And then instead of you talking to your significant other and asking them and addressing your fears, you're going to assume the worst. And in assuming the worst, you're sabotaging your relationship. Cosmic love is in the air, people. All we have to do is get through our misgivings and our doubts to embrace it. And sometimes cosmic love means to love yourself enough to leave a relationship if you know you are not doing yourself or your partner good. Cosmic love means trusting your significant other or your spouse with your fears and misgiving, and not drawing in a third party. So let's tap into that cosmic love. All right? Right now, there is no real bad luck in the universe. It's more or less on the macro level. It is misgivings and distrust and not trying to work through them, because the cosmic universe is saying, hey, I'm here, tap into my energy, and we can work this through. We can love each other. We can have perfect love. But to have perfect love, you have to have perfect trust. So please, if you feel that, sometimes the best love that you can show your partner is to leave them. And showing the best love in your partner is to come to them even if you have misgivings and trust that they will listen without drawing in a third party. So I'm going to leave you on that note, because here's the thing. Remember, when you are in a relationship, it is yin and yang. A little of you is in a little of them. Well, should I say a little of you is in a lot of them, and a little of them is in a lot of you. Love each other and embrace it, because you can love each other through your doubts. And remember, truth is something that will set us free. It's not always going to make us happy as far as what the outcome is, but if you're truthful and honest, it will always be good, and you will land on your feet eventually. So until tomorrow night, I want you two to love each other. Blessed be. Earthy Wise Woman saying good night.